came into power, he came and he spoke about people wanting a devolved government, of which it's not true as you have said. People did not want to see ODM in power, but once I saw them in power, I thought of them coming with different policies, coming with a different idea. Then the things which people rejected, he comes, then he brings them back because people don't want women to be taxed on the sanitary pads. We are not women, but we resonate with them. So then you come, then you bring it back again. So what is that showing Kenyans? It's showing us that there is nothing we can do, and it's like we don't have a say, we don't have a voice. So on that issue, we have seen the likes of Eugene Wamalwa coming out to and Kalonzo coming out saying that by the way, you guys in ODM, you guys are not upholding the integrity. This is not what we expected from you guys. So us we shall leave Azimio. We shall start our own coalition, which we think is based on integrity and serving the people of Kenya. So Mzalendo, do you think it's a gamble they took to try and defy the odds?
I didn't quite get your question. Can you repeat it?
I'm saying Kalonzo and Eugene Wamalwa, it's like
Mm-hmm.
going forward, they're going to leave Azimio. They're going to
Mm-hmm.
start their own coalition, their own coalition to try and go see whether they can clinch the presidency seat. So do you think they made the wrong decision?
I think Azimio is already a coalition, but you see, Azimio is not very much associated with Kalonzo Musyoka and Eugene Wamalwa. The owner of Azimio, if you ask me, is Raila Odinga. So with the absence of Raila Odinga, and then that coalition ceases to be. So that's what they are saying in short. They need to form their own coalition. And I agree with them. They need to look forward for a new formation. Remember, there's another new kid on the block which is a big constituency called Central Kenya. So they need to coerce around Central Kenya and like-minded leaders so that they can come together and face William Ruto in 2027. But as long as they are dragging their feet on getting out of Azimio, Azimio is Raila Odinga. So without Raila Odinga, there's no Azimio. And Azimio, they don't want to leave that coalition. The party leader for Azimio is Raila Odinga. I have not seen anywhere that he has resigned. Maybe I've missed that news. He has not resigned from being the party leader for Azimio. So that they can choose the new party leader who would, by all seniority, would be Kalonzo Musyoka. So that would be a structure that if Raila was interested in pursuing the opposition politics and in that direction, then he would be really rooting for Kalonzo Musyoka to be the next leader for Azimio. But look what he has done. He has gone to William Ruto. They are now cuddling with William Ruto, and they call themselves the government of national unity. Whereas the government of national unity is literally killing the freedoms of expression, is literally killing the freedoms of representation. Uh, and this is the same ODM who are claiming that their members have joined the government, but today they have joined the government in wholesale. So what are they saying? What are they saying? For us, we scrutinize the issues and the details. We just don't jump into anything without scrutinizing the issues and the details that are being brought in by the politicians. So these are important topics that need to be spoken about, and the only way we can speak about is saying the truth and honesty among our supporters. Today, if you ask me about the value and the currency called ODM, ODM is the most useless currency in Kenyan politics today. It has depreciated so much that I don't know who will be this person rooting to support such a party that has gone into to support a government that they so literally and up to today cannot account for the people that are lost or have been murdered.
Okay, and awesome. How are you? I see you in the comment section. Awesome is saying Mbadi is doing a great job, 100%. Imagine the country is quiet and hopeful that things are gonna be okay. Let's give him time. We can't reject everything in the finance bill without having an alternative.
Hmm.
So, how are we going to
I think
respond to Awesome?
Osam has always supported the government of the day, and I, 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 I want to say that this is one of the rights that are in the constitution of Kenya. You have a right of opinion. I have got my own right of opinion. I have said it that somebody is a political appointment without any proper solution. There were people who could do that job much, much better than John Mbadi. They were never given an opportunity. If Ruto wanted the best, then he would have not got it from the political class, but rather from the private sector. So that way, yeah, at least people would have seen that yes, this is a man who really wants to improve the economy of the country. And remember the first thing Badi said when he got into power, that the government is broke. But when he was out of power, what was he saying? The government has got a lot of money. We cannot understand why the government is broke. So this double speak, speaking with two sides of your mouth, is what is annoying. But awesome. I just want you to come to realization that the whole of Africa and Kenya particularly, we want change, and this change is not going to come easily if we continue fueling and adding value to governments that are oppressive and are killing young people. I don't agree if it is your brother or your sister missing or your parents missing in this day and age. You do not come here and tell me the government is doing a good job because none of your family members is missing, and you don't simply care about it. For me, I value the sanity of life, and that is the reason why this government has to go. I supported William Ruto at some point in the last election. I knew he was going to do a good job for the Republic of Kenya. I knew this is a man from the rhetorics that from his talk, but he has backpedaled in his promises. He is not creating jobs for the people of of Kenya. The economy, is it growing? Yes, he has only managed to stabilize the dollar, but the economic indexes are measured by the kind of jobs that we inject into the economy. Without injecting jobs and creating new opportunities for our youth, this government is doing nothing and it should go home as early as yesterday.
So, uh, let me respond something Awesome is saying. He's saying, my brother Mzalendo, Kenyan politics is all political, and the appointment of Mbadi is working. We need a peaceful country so that we can prosper. So to that comment that you are saying, Awesome. Yes. Right now we have a peaceful country, but nothing is literally working. Even though we have a devolved government, we are still not seeing the fruits of their work, because I don't even understand why the president has to always keep moving from place to place to try and convince people of the things he's doing. He's trying to tell us, I am doing this, I'm doing that, I'm doing that. There's no need of him to tell us the things he's doing. We will see, because I'm here in Kenya. I haven't been to Burkina Faso, but I know this guy, Nini Traore. I know the guy Traore is doing great from what I'm seeing. I don't need to be told. So the thing with this government is they have to be telling us, we are doing this, we are doing that, we're doing this, doing that. They don't need to tell us. We're just supposed to see what they are doing. There's no need of them coming out to tell us. But anyway, Let's move on to something else. Also, I don't know whether Mzalendo have been keeping up on the things that are happening in Kenya. The lecturers are on strike, and the issue is payment. There are issues in the education sector. Lecturers have striked, and you know the
No,
way pardon.
you see, you see, Alex.
Yes.
I need you to understand why these people are striking. And I think the general public don't understand why lecturers and doctors are striking today. And these are people who have elected the president of the Republic of Kenya. These are people who have lectured doctors in Kenya today. These are people who have given the general public the education they need in order to prosper in society. Now, look at the salary discrepancies in the public sector. A politician is a public servant, and look at the kind of job group that he is in, and who follows next in that cadre. Now, when the doctors look up there, they look at this student who, by virtue of being in the right political party, is now a member of parliament, and they are earning almost 1 million shillings with all these luxuries, car allowance, car grants, housing facilities, and each and every year they are elected, they are given the same benefits. Now, now society is now competing. I am competing to be a member of parliament so that I get this salary. The lecturers are also leaving the lecture hall so that they get into politics because people are competing for the salary. The lecturers have a union, and the union can push for them. The doctors the same. Why can't we push so that we get this kind of perks that these people are getting? But these perks, we are the ones who are paying taxes in order to for them to earn these luxuries that they're having. But when you look at the services that they provide, when you look at the service of your senator and your MP, how many times have you seen them discussing the salary of the middle class in parliament? How many times did you see them discussing the salaries of the laborers in parliament? You do not get them discussing any of these issues. But how many times, when their salaries is touched, they all come together and ensure that their increments they get them in time through the Salaries and Remuneration Commission (SRC). So, and anytime that the chair of SRC decides that, okay, fine, I'm not going to give you this increment, they threaten to kick out him or her out. So we are living in a society where everybody is waiting for an opportunity to put their agenda first and the country's agenda last. All right.
Yes. And so if you see the semester is they have missed quite a significant amount of the semester. So I don't think like they can able to salvage the semester because it's like remaining like I think three weeks of teaching, then the December there is the period for exam. So I think this is gone. But going forward, what can we do to try and uh incorporate the lecturers? We also try to hear their views, and also try to solve this solution because it has been there for a long while. It's not the first time. Always hear lecturers on strike, doctors on strike, lecturers, doctors. So what are the solutions can we start finding going forward?
You know, when when you come into an agreement with somebody who owes you some money, you have something called a payment plan. So when you break that payment plan, they come for whatever you owe them. Now that is what the lecturers are going through. They had a payment plan with the government, the previous government. The previous governments have not honored the payment plan, and now they are agitating so that they can get their pay, which is within their rights. They negotiated on the table. There were strikes, and until I think it was the longest strike, until the government agreed that okay, fine, we will pay you this amount. Now, these lecturers are also seeing the wastage in government. If the government can stop the wastage, then they will be able to pay their lecturers very, very comfortably.
Okay, and today we had a small debate in class. We were discussing. So the lecturers have chose to strike, and there are some of them who chose to carry on with the classes. They chose to go online. They speak to the class rep, and the students are able to mobilize themselves, try to get online so that those lecturers can continue teaching them, because I call it passion. So we had that issue. So there are videos online which the teachers who are on strike were against these other ones who are teaching and are not being paid. So there is that dilemma. So Mzalendo, which side are you taking? Because the ones who are teaching for.
I would, I would, I would take the side of the lecturers who are striking. I would be on the side of the lecturers who are striking because when your colleagues are striking and they're striking in big numbers and it's a national issue, what you're doing is you are sabotaging the strike. What they're doing is that they're sabotaging other colleagues who are striking. What they are saying is that they don't have value. They don't value the issues that the lecturers are striking about, and some of them maybe don't belong to the union. That's why they feel that they need to continue with the strike. But again, it is called sabotage because when the lecturers will benefit, they will also benefit. They will not refuse that salary that the other lecturers who are striking will have put on their bank account when the government comes through. They will take it and they will celebrate it. But you see, they were sabotaging you in the beginning. For an impact to be felt by the government, then all the lecturers need to be on the streets and they need to be striking so that they achieve their goals. But if you have like three quarters or half of the team siding with the government, then the government also feels like we can still go on, we can still manipulate these people. So that is what is happening. They can still be manipulated. Yeah. Yes, Alex.
Yes, and with this government that we are seeing, people have not really, we are not granted the right to go out there to the streets and exercise our right to peaceful protest. So the last time we saw teachers went out to the streets to protest, they were tear gassed. So this time, do you think it will be a bit different when the lecturers go there to exercise their democratic right, which is in the constitution?
As I said, nobody can stop you from exercising the freedoms which are in the Constitution. They will still be tear gas, which is the norm. The police will not allow them to strike, even if it is peaceful. But I have seen some peaceful strikes before. Doctors who were striking another day, I didn't see them being tear gassed or something, apart from a few times. So there are some strikes that the police allow to go on peacefully, especially if the lecturers the lecturers are orderly. Most of the time, they are very, very few. They don't cause a lot of rupture and disturbance. The only thing that they cause is that they paralyze the institutions that they lecture. So that strike alone paralyzes the institutions throughout the country. So when the institutions are paralyzed, the next thing that the chancellors do is that they close the university because there can be more strife from the students who will come out striking because they are not getting any education, any learning is not going on. So they cannot keep the students in campus, and yet they are not being lectured.
Okay, Gypsecon, I see you there in the comment section. Hi, Mzalendo. Hi, Alex. Hi, Awesome. Gypsecon, how are you?
Oh, tell Gypsy. I can't see what is in the comment, but tell Gypsy. Today is the day when she pays $100 to Mzalendo.
Okay, and
Today, today is the day when our bet will come through. Whether I lose or she loses, then we have a date. Mm? Bet
yeah,
bado iko, sijasahau. Mm.
yeah, thank you to these people for keeping the comment section alive. So, Awesome is saying something here. He's saying there's one deficiency. We in Kenya, we've in Kenya, and that's nationalism. We are like more criticism that giving solutions, because when the government succeeds, all of us benefits.
Now, I have asked Osam one thing. What benefit does the government get when it kills young people? That's the only that's the only, why should you why okay awesome this is a simple question. Tell me why awesome should support a government that cannot account for somebody like Maverick Aoko and the many youths who are missing to date. Can she just answer that? Why would you continue supporting a government that has abducted your own mother? If you give me a good answer why you need to support a government that has abducted your mother and your father and killed your brother, then give me the reason to support it. Give me one reason why I need to support it. That way, we will join hands and support the government. And remember, I also supported this government, but until it started doing the things that the previous government was doing, uh-uh, it is no way. You cannot support a government that is doing that to its own citizens.
Okay, and so we move on swiftly. I've also seen today I've seen there are people there are many people who call mashinani in the villages who are complaining that they have paid money for NHIF, and when they go to the hospital wanting to be treated, let's say for illnesses, the ones which are a bit long term, they are being told that you guys cannot be treated, you guys need to be registered under SHA, which is Social Health Authority, and you guys should have started paying the money. So, Mzalendo, what's your take on that? Because it has been happening in many parts of the country.
I think that the transition between NHIF and SHA has not been very, very smooth the way we expected. But let me tell you, I have read through the benefits of SHA. It is one of the best benefits that you can ever get in an healthcare system. Although the transition is not seamless, but again, I wanted to, like, I don't know who have advises William Ruto, but my opinion, the implementations that they have done in the healthcare system could still have been done under NHIF. Yeah, because dialysis for example, I hope I'll get this right. I read it somewhere that in the new healthcare system, there is free ambulance services, free emergency ambulance services. Whether you are enrolled in SHA or not, you can be picked by an ambulance and taken to an emergency clinic or hospital. How this will be implemented with all the corruption in Kenya is what I don't know. Now, there is also free dialysis is even much cheaper. The cost has come down. That is a good thing, and if you have that insurance, then you get free dialysis. The cancer treatment is one of the things that really impoverish people in Kenya, and it is one area that I see the government of William Ruto addressing. They need to put more emphasis on that particular area because the cancer diagnosis and biopsies testing lab in Kenya is not very effective. They have to take the samples either to South Africa or to India for analysis for cancer patients to get treatment. So patients really wait for a long time, and if they have got cancers that are metastasizing throughout the body, these people end up dying. So this is an area that they need to put more investment and more emphasis on. But by and large, SHA is something that is very good, and the women, it encourages women to get pregnant because in each and every pregnancy you are paid 10,000 shillings away from the previous one where they were paid 2,500 or 3,000. So it is a good health care plan for the citizen, and I hope that people can embrace it.
So awesome. Here, the question for you is asking. I have one question from Zalendo. Do you support the youth to go out there seeking green pastures? Answer me, please.
Do I support the youth going where? Seeking greener pastures.
To go out there seeking greener pastures.
Yeah, the youth, listen, if the government cannot provide employment for the youth. That's why you find so many youths either going abroad. But you need to look at this thing holistically. Why are people going abroad? People go abroad for different reasons. Others go for medical, others go for scholarships, others go for job opportunities that they get abroad, meaning that they have sought for better employment abroad, which is there's a difference between getting a good job abroad and the government not giving you any opportunity. These are two different things. So don't get confused here. There is a government that is not offering this youth an opportunity, and they are struggling, and they apply for a job in Qatar, and they get that opportunity, and they go to Qatar because there are no options. There's no places where you can take your CV in Kenya as a youth. And even if they were there, these are government jobs which have got limited chances for you, for me, and you, and for our children to apply for those opportunities. If they cannot absorb the rate at which the universities in Kenya are offloading students to the market, to the job market. Look at the awesome. Look at the number of universities that we have in Kenya, and look at after every the longest course. Probably averagely, a university degree takes about 4 years to be in campus. So after every 4 years, we have how many universities? Alex, how many universities do we have in Kenya? There are
Uh,
more than 20 or 10.
more than 20 right now because
Imagine if there are more than 20, and approximately how many people graduate annually?
Annually, if the list is the list number of people is like 3,000. That's the list
30,000 graduates, each and every, in one university or in the whole republic.
in one university. That's the list.
So that is the list, and you have 20 of them. So 3,000 times 20 is how much? Is how many? 3,000 times 20. Alex,
60. Oh,
you
oh,
didn't do so well.
I thought it was rhetorical.
3,000 times 20.
60,000.
60,000 graduates coming into the job market annually. In 5 years, Ruto has to have almost 3 million opportunities for these people. So awesome. I hope I answered your question. So these people, the government does not have a clear plan in absorbing them in the job market. And that is why they are looking for opportunities out there. Is it a good thing? The answer is no, it is not a good thing. It is not a good thing because that is there's a term there's a term for it. I've forgotten. There's a term for it. So this term there's a term for it, and it is not a good thing at all. At all. I hope I have attempted to answer your question.
I hope Osam is answered. Kenya Revolutionary. Unasema aje?
I would like my first question from Zalendo is to explain to us what is Chef Sha and the difference between it and NHIF. I honestly don't know, so I can't argue with him about that because I'm ignorant how both system works. My second, not question, but observation is that I would like to vehemently disagree with Mzalendo when it comes to jobs. You cannot be serious. This government has failed flat on its face when it comes to jobs. It is absolutely outrageous for Alfred Mutua to go to national TV and start telling us about this big company in the Middle East that he can't name, that he's trying to send our children there. Mr. Alex Ogega.
Yes.
I believe you have sat in a history class. Do you know what slavery was about? How they sent Africans to the new land? This is basically slavery. This is human trafficking. Alfred Mutua and anyone plus Mzalendo who's advocating for this should be locked up in committee for saying something outrageous as that. A country should create job for its citizens, not go to the Arab nations to beg them or to strike a deal with them to send our bright young men and women to go there to do menial jobs. People did not go to the university so they can become ambotch somewhere in Saudi Arabia. So to even support that idea, I think you should be arrested for committing, for supporting human trafficking. Government should revitalize the industries that we have. We are an agro economy. And Mumia Sugar, revitalize it. And whatever, those coffee farms that we have in Central Province, okay? The maize, mahindi, harvesting. You can build factories, have deals with Elon Musk so you can have a factory where you create or assemble Tesla cars in Kenya by paying our young men and women a reasonable, livable wages. Don't come and say that you want to send our most important demographic that we have, the young folks, in Middle East to go mistreated. I don't know if you've seen the stories coming out of Middle East. There was a Kenyan I saw 2 months ago that was begging the embassy to give him a passport so she can come back home. She has been abused beyond anything you can imagine because of this kind of deals that Alfred Mutua is coming. The mere fact that Alfred Mutua could not even name the company's name is outrageous in itself. So for someone to say that he supports this idea of sending our young folks to be mistreated, okay, living under squalid living conditions abroad, ukifika huko your passport is being taken, unachapwa. If you're a lady, you're being forced to even perform sexual things to the man who is there. Don't support this kind of things. We cannot have this thing. Ruto has to create jobs for Kenyans in Kenya. Majority of the people who went abroad, they didn't go there because they went for medical treatment. Yes, there's cases of that because, again, it's the failure of the government. We don't have enough facility in Kenya, hospitals that can actually take care of some of the diseases that our citizens suffer. And that's also a failure of the government. So this whole idea of shipping people, I mean, just ask Mzalendo. I believe he lives somewhere in the US. Have you ever had a presidential candidate, whether it's Kamala or Trump, who is about to win, saying that I will send our young folks, our learned young folks, to Mexico to go work in Mexico or Middle East? I mean, that will be an outrageous thing to say, and they will lose election immediately. So please, Alex Agega, I know you're running the show. Can you please tell Mzalendo to change his position and withdraw from supporting such slave-like tactics? We are living in the 21st century. You cannot have young men and women being shipped across the Middle East and elsewhere to be enslaved. Thank you.
So Kenya Rebel, I get what you're saying, but yes, also me, I also the things you're saying, the government's supposed to create jobs for the country, but if we are to speak truthfully, this government that we have, it's not going to save anyone completely, because even if you saw the last holiday we had, I think it was Mashuja, Ruto came out and spoke about the blue economy. I don't know whether you saw it. Do you see the hymns speaking about the blue economy?
I saw it. That's why I'm at the point where I can't listen to anything Ruto says. I can't take him seriously because he needs to be removed. We shouldn't even sit there and listen to him tell us about the blue economy and all these jobs that he has been promising us that are not going to come. We already established now. I think any sane Kenyan know that Ruto cannot, anything he promised will not come into fruition. So it's not even useful to listen to his speech. That's why I'm one of many who are agitating for a change, regime change, a popular revolution, something that's happening in Mozambique, if I'm not wrong. But continue.
Okay, so how do you want to respond to Osam? Osam is saying, Mzalendo and my brother Kenya Rebel are all in the Asian Times. Why on earth, if qualified to work abroad, someone pops out from nowhere and discourages a very good solution to unemployment in Kenya? To respond aje kwa Osam?
Let me before Kenya Rebel responds, because he directed a question to me on the difference between SHA and
Chief.
is it SHA and NHIF. Now, I said, because you are not a good listener, I said that there was no point of creating a new body called SHA. They should have just implemented what the new developments that are coming with the SHA. One of it is that you'll no longer be paying the 500, which is monthly. It has come down to 300. Now, this is part of the universal healthcare plan that William Ruto had. It is so expensive to treat people of cancer, people with terminal and chronic illnesses in the country. Right now, under the new system, they can walk into a hospital and get treatment with or without the medical facility. I remember a long time ago, NHIF used to only to cover the bed, and this one covers in and outpatient. So that is a good a move towards a good direction. The implementation of this is what is wrong. They needed not to introduce a new body, but they had all these rough measures that they would have just incorporated or changed the NHIF Act to incorporate the new ideas so that they can move seamlessly. So otherwise, if you read the recommendations of SHA, and if you've ever had a patient in Kenya, you will understand that chronic illnesses, things like diabetes, things like cancer, are so difficult to treat and to afford the treatment. Things like emergency care. Uh, in the recommendation that if you are having an emergency, you can call the ambulances, they pick you up and they take you to hospital, whether you have the NHIF card or not. If you have SHA or not, you'll be treated. These are things that were not within the healthcare system. Today, everybody is contributing to 2.5% of their gross income towards this medical scheme. You live abroad where you know that healthcare is a fundamental issue, and it is even in the election. And your party that you support of Donald Trump have got a concept of a plan that they don't even know how they are going to implement it in America. Obamacare addressed some of these things. Donald Trump, that you support, tried to fight it all his life as a president to bring it down, but you've read, you've seen. If not for John McCain, a Republican, we would not have been having those emergency facilities for immigrants who have come here, probably lost status, cannot walk into an emergency hospital and get treatment. Yet you support the same guy who is trying to fight people like you, people of color, people who look like me, are being fought by the same system. But people who are ignorant like yourself are supporting this tyrant, the racist like Donald Trump.
Zalendo, unfortunately, if you're going to argue, please argue from facts, not from your limited understanding of the healthcare system in the US and what Donald Trump was actually advocating for.
What was he advocating
again,
for?
Hold on. Obamacare was actually a disaster because it was forcing you. Hold on. It was forcing you, if you don't want to sign up to it, okay? And if you didn't sign up to it, you'll be penalized for not doing so. Where is your choice? I can choose to go with a private insurance company if I'm from a well-to-do or I'm able to pay for it. Why should I be forced?
Hold on. How many people have been penalized? How many? Obamacare is working.
I was penalized personally. I was. That's
you are penalized because you have an alternative insurance? No.
Yes.
No
yes.
way. Where?
I was. I'm
Where?
telling you.
In which country?
Hold on.
So,
number two, let's not talk about US. Let's not talk about US. You're diverting the question. I was just asking you the question about SHIF, the difference between SHIF and SHA, whatever it is, because I cannot argue with you on that matter because I honestly don't know how it works. I see a lot of people complaining about the SHA SHIF, and they're saying they're going there and much of the stuff that they're being treated for are not covered. That's what I hear from majority of people who are using this new system, SHA, shift, whatever it is. So that's why I wanted you to educate me on that. If you have more knowledge than me, I'm willing to be a student. Okay. But again,
Yeah.
to go away from that, my main issue with you was not even about this social healthcare, universal insurance, whatever you want to call it. Okay. My main issue with you was that you are advocating for our young folks to be shipped in Middle Eastern countries that have terrible human rights record, like Saudi Arabia. Okay, you get chopped every Friday. You get chopped. Your head gets chopped if you're found looking at somebody's wife or something like that. I'm just using an example. But we know these cases. We have hundreds and hundreds of cases for young people who went to the Middle East who are being mistreated and can't even come home. Your passport is being taken by mwenye ninio. You work 18 hours a day, abused by your employer, barely paid. Sometimes most of them don't even get paid or even fed. That's what I'm talking about. That's why I'm saying, why can't this government or whoever that is planning to send these young folks to go to the Middle East, why can't they create jobs at home? Okay, revitalize our industries, okay? These state-owned corporations, revitalize them so you can employ this youth that you're talking about that you graduate every 4 hours, okay? Be skilled, put them into work so they can build their country. You don't see a lot of Americans going to Middle East to work there because there's no jobs in America. You don't see Europeans, Germany, for example, fighting to go to Middle East to go find jobs. They don't do that. Okay, why? They create jobs in their own country. And that's the only main issue that I have with you today, not the shift stuff. I have to do my homework on the shift stuff, so I'm not going to debate you on that. That's when you can have it because I don't have enough knowledge. But your position, which is the same position as Ruto and Alfred Mutua, you are advocating for modern day slavery. And I'm saying, no, you are not going to take us back there.
Thank you, Kenya Rebel, but you seem to be suffering from a syndrome that you keep losing memory and track of whatever I'm saying each and every time. I have told you in this forum, and that is my opening statement, I do not support William Ruto or Alfred Mutua exporting labor to other countries. I have told you from time and again, and I've said it today and I repeat it, that whatever is happening with or without these opportunities, you can be employed by international organizations in different countries across the world. That is something that has always been happening. For example, in Botswana, during when they had a crisis, teachers were applying for jobs, not because that there were no opportunities in Kenya, but they were getting better salaries and better perks when they went to work in Botswana. Today, we have got international organizations like PricewaterhouseCoopers, Deloitte and Touche, and KPMG, who are employing accountants. It is not that a Kenyan applying for a KPMG job in Britain has got an opportunity, a better opportunity in Kenya. It is because that opportunity that is applying for, if you are applying for a job for Microsoft in the US and you land that opportunity, it is because they need your skill and you don't have that opportunity in the country. Inviting more corporate organizations to be established in Kenya is an alternative, but it is a long-term solution. But what is the immediate solution in to helping the youth in Kenya get opportunities? Use the facilities that you have. Use agriculture, for instance. Use infrastructure development, for instance. Use the internet, for instance. these are the which attract, give incentives for investors to come to your country, build the economy, and people will come. Improve on security, and people will come to invest in the security. But if you are failing in all this, I do not support William Ruto's government this day. I will not support it tomorrow until it does the things that I feel are geared towards improving the lives of normal, hard working Kenyans. I hope you've understood that part.
What's the difference between NHF, SHIF and SHA, whatever it is?
No, it should be SHIF and then HIF.
And
NHIF and the SHA. Now, this is a difference, and
let me
I did.
rephrase the question. Let me rephrase the question. What advantages do you have under the new SHIF that you didn't have under NHIF? I think that's a more specific question.
Now, these are some of the advantages, and I hope I'll get them right so that you can find them somewhere and and look into the advantages of this. Now, when Chief officially replaces NHIF, now employees under the new SHA, I think they will be contributing something to 2.5. I don't know, 2.5, 2.7. I'm not sure of that figure of your gross monthly income as a maximum cap. That is something that was not. That's something that replaces what was which was based on a bracket where you pay either 750 or 1,500 to 1,700. So you can imagine a millionaire in parliament. They were still paying 1,700 as their medical cover, same as to somebody who is in the middle class who is paying the same kind of amount, and yet they earn some huge salary. But now under this system, they'll pay 2.75% of their gross monthly income. So
how is that fair?
Puts everybody. Yeah.
How is that fair?
It puts the fair part of it is that a big chunk of whoever is earning a million shillings will be contributing more to cover up on the medical expenses of others who cannot afford medical care.
Actually, not, because let's use
if you're earning a million. If you're earning a million and you are paying 1,700 shillings in NHIF, and then I come up with a system and tell you, okay, now everybody else here will pay 2%. How much will you be paying if you're earning 1 million?
Okay, I'm using. Let me use real simple numbers. You're earning 1 million. I'm earning $1,000 a month. Okay. 2.3%. Is that what you said? The number you said?
2.75.
2.75. Okay, 2.75. 2.75 of 1,000 and versus 2.7% of a million. Okay. Remember, I'm a low income earner. Okay. I still have rent and all that stuff. That's 2.75 is a huge deal to me compared to
no. Yeah. What is the minimum? Excuse me. What is the minimum wage for Kenya? Do you know the minimum wage?
I don't know it offered. Tell me if you know it.
If I can say that the minimum wage right now maybe it stands at 15,000. 15,000. Oh, let's put it at 20. Then do the maths. 20,000 shillings. 2.7% of 20,000 shillings is how much?
These are the people who we call mid class, right?
These are the people who are called the low. No, these are not the middle class. These are the low income earners.
Because remember,
the middle class in Kenya, they earn between they had between 50,000 going upwards.
And they are the most taxed people in the country, right?
Everybody is taxed in Kenya.
Listen, that's why you see.
No, everybody is taxed in Kenya.
I get that, but that's why you see Ruto is trying to get people from informal people who have informal jobs to pay taxes, because the middle class are the people who have hizo state jobs, okay? And those are the ones who are usually bear the most brunt when it comes to taxation, okay? Majority of Kenyans are not in the middle class, are below the middle class. So what I'm trying to say, the point I'm trying to say, Zalendo, before we get to the math part of it that you want to drag me into, I'm saying somebody who is earning low income, that's 2.75% to him is a huge slice that is being slashed from his monthly income.
That's why I told you do the math and get the figures so that we compare it with what they were paying before and what they will be paying now.
That's why listen to me.
Don't just say that this is a huge figure and you can't do the math.
Okay, I'm just giving you. Listen, I'm theoretically telling you that the person that is on the lower spectrum of that taxation has much to deal with. It's a squeeze for him. The millionaire is not feeling it at all, because
and this is what I was telling. I'm telling you, this guy has got no alternative. Before he would die without this guy. You are talking about the middle class. He cannot afford a cancer treatment. Before with NHIF, he cannot go to any hospital with NHIF.
Didn't you just see the case of that mzee that could not pay for his the neo? Is what kind of therapy was it? Not chemotherapy. What was it? Dialysis. That Eric Omondi went and helped.
Yes, and this is what I was saying. This is called transition. This transition has been bogus. The transition between NHIF and the chief is the problem. If they had allowed NHIF to continue and implement the recommendations that they have, then this they would not have had a problem.
So what exactly is the problem in this transition? Is it the system, or what are you talking about? Like, can you pinpoint what's exactly in that transition that's causing this problem? Because it should be seamless.
It can never be. This is a new body with a new structure. You know, NHIF was created by an act of parliament. It is something that had got structures, how it operates, and all that. So this is something new completely from NHIF. It is the things that they are recommending now. Yes, they were in NHIF, but they were not as fully covered as now they are being covered in SHIP. Like for dialysis, that Mzee is talking about, they would be paying every week. They would be paying maybe 30,000 Kenyan shillings. In this new system, it is absolutely free when you have dialysis and you are paid SHIP. So probably he had not paid for his SHIP, and that is why he could not access the services. That's why I'm saying that
absolutely not.
They needed. They needed to have integrated the NHIF with the chief, such that everybody who was in NHIF automatically becomes a chief member.
Zalendo,
you understand?
Preposterous. Listen, these people pay taxes, okay? Number two, that Mzee, from what I gathered, he wasn't behind on any payment. He was expecting some coverage by the new system shift, whatever the case is, and he was disappointed. He's not the only one. There's numerous cases that I see every day on X, case after case after case. And here you are telling me the problem is transition or from the NHIF to shift. And that's why I'm trying to get you to pinpoint what exactly is the problem in this transition process. Because they don't have a problem collecting our taxes. They did it seamlessly from whatever they were paying to now. But they have a problem when it comes to pay out this insurance when somebody goes to the hospital. What seems to be the problem in this transition phase?
You see, I wish I had seen the story of this mzee and known exactly what the problem was. Otherwise, I would be talking from a point of misinformation because you're not giving me the full details of this particular case. Now, in most of the cases that I have seen or I have heard, is that people could not get treatment under the new under the new system, and they got frustrated. At some point, they had to go to maybe a private clinic or seek other alternatives. So that has happened, but largely, if they are asked, "Do you have the chief, the new system card?" And you say, "I don't have it. I have my old NHIF." Then you are told maybe okay, you need to have paid for chief so that you can get the services. But again, there's a lot of misinformation, especially from the medical practitioners who probably don't even understand how it works, just like you and me. So people need to be. There
Oh, so
should be a
you
lot of
didn't know what you're
awareness.
talking about.
What? What do you
So
mean?
you
I
didn't
didn't
know
know
how
what
it
I'm
works.
talking about.
Let me ask Alex
Ah,
this. Alex, you are in Kenya, right?
Yeah.
What is the general feeling about this new shift and Shah and the TB Mantabam? Do people like it? Do they prefer it more than NHIF? Or because from what I see, and I don't want to say that Kenyans don't like it, because from what I see from X, a lot of people don't want it. They don't like it. They say you go to the hospital and you think you'll be covered or whatever percentage of your bill will be covered. No, that's not the case. Is that a fair assessment of what's going on? And why do you think people are so resentful of this new shift or whatever the case is?
For so word on the street is people have rejected this thing. People are rejecting everything from the government. So as you have said, I saw that story of that old guy, and it's not the first one. I've seen countless of stories. People are saying like you find, let's say you Kenya rebel, you have paid money for NHIF. Let's say you have been paying that 500. Then now when you're going to be treated, you are told you can't be treated. You need to be signed at SHA. So you see, so that means, and there is no accountability, like where your money has gone. So those are the
Absolutely.
questions Kenyans are raising. So I think this government really, it's not really uh going to cater for the needs of Kenyans. And because, as I said, if I'm not in Burkina Faso, but I can see the things that the Traore guy is doing without me being told. So with this government of ours, they have to keep on explaining. I saw Ishungu on Sunday and Ruto, they went to a church service and they are explaining to people about sha. So the problem that I have with the people is that with these people in government is they have to explain. We are not seeing things we're not seeing things that they are doing. They have to explain. So I think it
Yeah.
should be simple. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Even Kaluma, I saw him on Spice FM this morning, and Eric Latif, they were asking him, "What's this she and what's the difference she?" He couldn't explain it. He doesn't know it. And this is a member of parliament who's supposed to explain it to his constituents what this SHA thing is all about. He couldn't explain it. So if he couldn't explain it,
you see, if somebody asks you what is the difference between Shah and Chief, but my simple explanation would be uh, you can access any hospital so long as you are a registered member of SHIP. You can get emergency services which you didn't get before. It is the simplest explanation that you can ever get. Yeah,
yeah,
you
but
can get out and inpatient services with SHIF. You can be treated when you have chronic illnesses with the SHIF without looking at the cap that the previous NHIF insurance provided, or your insurance provider provided, or your company cap that it gave you. You know, when you are employed in Kenya, you could be having a medical cap of 1 million. But if you have a clinical illness that goes beyond your cover, that is 4 million, 5 million, This is where shift kicks in. Yeah, this is where it kicks in. The other thing is that NHIF was only covering bed, but this one is covering your medical plus expenses. That is a big difference.
I I appreciate your attempt to that, but it's not convincing. I
No,
In a
I
way,
need not to convince you. You know, when you are in the opposition, you need not to be
no,
convinced. You complain about literally
no,
anything.
Zalendo. I
You
started by
see,
telling you,
there are good things. There are good things. Just the same way you cannot even explain to me what plans that does Trump have for the healthcare system. You'll keep on telling me things that don't even make sense. Tell me what plans Trump has for the healthcare now
I
that
will
you support him.
I will gladly tell you, but today we are talking about this is a Kenyan context. It's not going to. No, I'm serious. There's no point of telling you about healthcare system Trump's plan to a Kenyan audience. How does that help them?
No,
No, how does that help them?
this no this this is YouTube. It is diverse. My audience is based in the US, and the audience is based all over the world. I mean, you have a channel.
The
Do you
name of
only
your show
target
is
the
Afrique
Kenyan audience?
24. It's not. It doesn't say USA 24. Afrique 24. Or maybe I'm in the wrong place.
All right. You win. You
It's
win.
not about winning. Why do you keep on thinking it's about winning? It's a
No,
discussion.
you
It's a
know,
discussion.
we've had a discussion, and let us find the middle ground on this discussion. uh, I feel you need to read more about it than get information, so that you can come and we talk about it. Right now you are talking from a point of misinformation. You don't have either information about NHIF or the new chief. If you have got information, this is only one area that I've seen the government trying to work for the people. And if it is implemented, then it will bring the cost of medical care in Kenya down. This is at least one thing that you see the government trying to really ride on it. You know why they are riding on it, Kenya Rebel?
Tell me
Because
about
it is a very good plan. It is a very, very good plan.
it.
It is a very good plan. It is one of
Let
the
me tell
only
you
plans
something.
that they have.
Any
You see, you don't know about it and you are laughing.
listen,
It is one of the it is one of the very good plans that they have. That if
by
they
Ruto,
implement
by Ruto.
by Ruto, if they implement it, they hope that in 2027 they will get the numbers. You get it. Just
No, I
like
don't.
the Republicans, the only issue that they have is that is so important to the American people is immigration. And if they keep on talking about it, then the white man will realize that they make some sense. You understand? So that is how it is. Is it a reality that there's an immigration problem? Yes, there's an immigration problem. Is it a reality that they want to solve it? No, they don't want to solve it. They want to create the
Z-
crisis so that they can use it to
Z-
manipulate people like you. Hmm?
Zalendo, I don't know why you're so obsessed with the American politics. We are talking about Kenyan politics. We are Afrique 24. Let me just
Now
correct.
look, man, you
Listen,
know I'm so anxious. So anxious to see that Kamala wins. And the title of today's program was the United States decides who becomes the next president. So I keep on reading what Alex has
Wha-
put there, and I say that okay, fine. You divert me to this Kenyan politics, but at the
one thing I
same
can
time,
agree with
my
you,
life.
Zalendo, one thing I can
Hmm?
agree with you is that I need to find out more about NHIF and SHIF. That I can agree with you. Okay? But
Yeah, even
I
me, even me. Listen, even me. I had got. Why are these guys bringing in something new? That is where I have the problem. Why do you bring in something new? Yet we have NHIF, which you have got all these nice recommendations. Why can't you just incorporate them within NHIF and people move on? You see,
okay.
that is the only that is the only bone of contention. Plus, there's only another one thing that people are so annoyed that you need to find out. Now, the head of chief is a is was
A foreigner.
the head of no, he's not a foreigner. The
Adani.
head of chief. No, listen, there is not Adani. Adani is providing the system, the computerizing system that integrates. integrate the whole healthcare system in Kenya. Now, the head of chief was working with Amaco. Amaco is Ruto's insurance company. Now he has been brought in to head chief as the head of like an equivalent to NHIF. So that
So,
man is who I have a problem with, and the
Mzalendo,
government and
Mzalendo,
Ruto interfering with the system. That is where the problem is.
Mzalendo. So, given the
Hmm?
incestuous nature of this whole shift thing, can you sit there with hard eyes and tell me that Ruto means well with this plan? This is a good plan.
Uh, you know, I will say that if I look
After
at it, no,
even
and I
not
want
even
to
that.
look at it. I don't want to. No, I am. Listen, I want to. You know, me and you are looking at it from how we argue in politics and how we look at our politics in the country. Now, I'm looking at it like somebody who has not been in Kenya and somebody who needs health care and somebody who does not know about Kenyan politics.
But
Yeah,
you understand
and
why
uh,
most
and
people are
and then
skeptical about it.
I have got two cards here. There's a card that is written NHF and there's a card that is written SHIF. The one that is written NHF, this is what it is providing. This is what it is providing. All right.
Or anyway, all I'm saying is this: we've seen in this government for the past 2 years that nothing that they bring about is to help people. I mean, Zalendo, you remember when we were arguing in Mtembe about affordable housing? How is that going on with you? How is the thing going with the affordable housing? Eh? So if we were scammed in that affordable housing stuff, what gives you confidence that really this guy is going to be helping us out with this shift thing? That's where the skepticism is coming from most Kenyans. So you have to really convince me, but I will do my homework before I engage you or argue. If you notice, I've been asking questions. I haven't taken a position yet, but I'm very skeptical. I'll leave it at that.
All right.
So,
Thank you, Kenya Rimbel.
Yeah. Sawa. Get ready for Trump presidency.
Trump can never be the president of the U.S. unless you know.
You'll be the first one I call.
I am going to the bathroom each and every minute right now because
Trump TB. Trump TB.
we will be live on a freak from six from Swahili village, trying to
Yeah.
sit with other Kenyans who are of like minds, people who love Kamala Harris. You know,
Okay.
but people like you,
Yeah.
I know you don't like Kamala for I don't know for whatever reason that you are a Republican. But for me, Kamala all the way. Mm.
I'm actually I'm not a registered Republican or registered Democrat. I'm independent. But if I had two choices,
Oh, do you know your candidate as an independent?
no, an independent, you
No,
say,
this is a simple question. You know, some of you know,
Mzalendo,
anytime you meet me, you have to have facts. Do you know
Mzalendo,
any of your candidates as an independent candidate,
um,
as
can I
an independent
can I
supporter?
answer you instead of behaving like a Raila supporter? Can I answer you? I'm saying this. Being an independent doesn't mean you belong to any party. I can be an independent and vote for Kamala. I can be an independent and vote for Trump. I can be independent and vote for even myself. Okay, it doesn't mean that you have to being independent doesn't mean it's a party at independent party of Sijui Nini. No, you are just by you are you by yourself. Okay, and you can vote independently to whoever you see. Even independents can vote for a Democrat or a Republican. So get that right. We don't have a candidate per se. You can just vote on whoever you choose, and that's my position. I am independent. Now you can have a candidate who also is independent. If you remember 1992, what's his name? That's that billionaire that stood with against Bush and Clinton. I forgot his name. Ross Perot. Okay, he was independent. So you can see it's not a party. You don't have to have a party per se. You can just be you, and people vote for you, and that's what I mean.
I would have thought that if people who support independent ideas would support somebody who is vying as an independent candidate who neither supports Republicans or Democrats. So you are neither even supporting an independent candidate, but you're only supporting your own thoughts as an independent. So
yeah,
you don't support Democrats and Republicans, but you can still vote for them as an independent.
Yeah,
you don't really have to be registered as a Democrat or a Republican, but you can support the ideas that come with either political parties. That's why you are supporting Donald Trump as an independent. All right.
Yeah, but I have my reasons why
I am not a registered Democrat, but I affiliate with the Democrat philosophy and ideas. That's why I support the Democratic Party.
So you support Batman behavior?
What? Batman? Things to do with homosexuality, LGBTQ, things that don't affect me. Why would I
hiyo ni party yenu, hiyo chama yenu ya mashetani.
No, why would you be bothered with somebody who is dealing with somebody's house?
Sinio ni party yenu ina support.
No, mbona wewe unashughulika na mtu ule kazi yake ni maybe hiyo ushoga nini, yani nakuhusia nini?
Mzalendo umetuambia kwamba wewe unaji affiliate na watu wa Democratic Party. Na mimi nasema
I might not agree with them in everything. I'm telling you, I might not agree with them in everything, but I agree with them in most of the things.
Hey, haya. Anyway, let me
do you agree with Donald Trump in every issue?
No.
Yeah, exactly. So you cannot agree, even me and you. There are things that we don't agree with. I like the way you argue, but I don't like the way you keep your hair. That's the same way you don't like my size. Unasema nimenona, so
sijasema ujana. Mzalendo mwanzo wewe uko slim sana.
No, do we agree with so many things? Una support Chelsea team ile hata ichezi ball vizuri. I mean, I support Arsenal. So uelewi hata ball. So ni aje tutakuwa kwa the same level tukienda kwa mambo ya ball. There are some areas that you beat me hands down. When the day that you wore that ile nguo ya Jolejo, ile nguo ya kudundu, ile nguo ya watu wa Lejo, sijui ulitoa wapi hapa Marekani. But hapo ulinipiga 10-0.
Wewe fanya hivi. Enda kafanya utafiti wa shift na NHIF, alafu we'll have that discussion after maybe.
No, it is you to do some research. When you have done some research, we will have a date with you. Ukishafanya research ukaona ubaya yake na nini, kuja na ubaya zote za shift, we'll put it out to the Kenyan people out here so that they can talk about it. And then we get to a lot of it. We cannot have every information. I believe that even guys in the comment section, people like Awesome and everybody else, have got some information that they would share that we don't really have. So for us, we play that role of agitating and informing and educating the public on what is going on.
I came to get information from you, and you started well. Then you confessed that you don't know much about it.
No, I gave you. I gave you. You came with basic knowledge. I gave you some knowledge that I have. So nilikupatia information ile niko nayo. So I want you to go dig deeper so that you can come. We have a discussion, because each and everything that I'll be telling you, you'll be telling me I don't know. So we can't have a conversation.
I was prodding. I was asking. I didn't come with any information. You are saying I came with misinformation. I didn't even come with any information. I was simply
yeah. So hiyo information mimi nimekupatia ni at least you'll have a general overview of what SHIF is all about. I have had an extensive cover on it here on Africa, detail on the benefits. Just go to the YouTube page. You'll have it every chapter and article and the differences. And in fact, this is how I did it. I took the benefits, of NHIF against the benefits of chief. So I was looking at them in that. Perhaps we will play it again
But
so that.
but when
Hmm?
people go to Russia, they cannot get covered. You see, Mzalendo.
Will
Anyway,
they go where?
Russia. Wewe hujaenda Russia?
Sasa naenda Russia kufanya nini?
Russia ile hospitali iko hapo Kisumu wewe. Kwani ulitoka wapi?
Kwani mimi Russia hii when they go to Russia and they cannot be covered is ukienda hapo Russia hospitali haikupatii cover. Wewe kama ni
No,
kitu
sisemi
yako
eti
wewe
walikupatia
binafsi ndio
cover.
unapatiwa cover. It is
Anyway,
between you and your employer.
Mzalendo,
Or if you don't have any if you're not employed, you look for how you can get the cover. But if you walk to Russia thinking that we are still in the old system, you will be turned away.
Mzalendo, you need to change your drug dealer. But anyway, wacha nikalale. Wacha ningoje Trump hapa, nimeshaweka ninio. Wacha niwaache hapo, leo ni sikukuu.
Umeka Trump kichwa.
Anyway, thank you.
Sawa mtu wa Trump. Hata Alex naona amechoka sasa, hii anafaa kwenda lale. Alex,
Hey,
thank you for
thank you, Alex.
Yes, though I feel like hatuja break down venye nilikuwa nimepanga show, but tomorrow is another day. Kenyan time imefika 1:10 p.m. So
Hey.
I believe we'll have another show tomorrow and the rest of the week. So asanteni kwa kuja Kenya Rebel, Mzalendo.
Yeah, kesho ni machozi. Kesho tu ni machozi. Watu wale watakuwa nalia, sijui nitakuwa nikilia nikiwa pande gani. Watu wale watakuwa wanasherekea kama Kenya Rebel. I am sure atanitusi yangu yote kesho. So akishinda, lakini usiposhinda mimi
nitajitetea nikiwa hapa.
Mimi nitakuwa hii wiki yote hutaniona. Haki ya Mungu, Trump akishinda hii wiki yote lazima niko na meza madawa.
Mzalendo, unajua nani nitahepa nani? Nyagaka alisema tulibet 300. Harris akikuwa nini hata nafunga show yangu, channel yangu inafungwa. I'll disappear. But anyway, thank you guys. Alex, asante kwa kutuhost. Mzalendo wetu, tutaonana, nitakupigia simu ukishashindwa ulie vizuri. I'll see you guys tomorrow wherever you'll be on. Peace.
Yes.
All right.
And also big up to Awesome Gypsy Corner. They always keep the comment section alive. And we meet for another show tomorrow with Kimanzi. Sawa. Mzalendo, last word, parting shot.
Last word to all Kamala Harris supporters out there. Keep praying that we win this one. We hope that Kamala will be the first black woman president of the United States of America. History is being made today. Mexico have done it, so I don't see why America cannot do it. So we hope that Kamala wins and wins big so that we can all celebrate. Otherwise, thank you, Awesome, Asante Sana. You keep us alive and vibrant on the comment section. We might not agree with so many things, but the few things that we agree on, I believe that they are important for the country called Kenya. Gypsy Corner, asante sana for being part of Africa. Asantini sana, kila siku mnakuwa hapa. We talk about our politics. The passion you have is so important to our country. We love Kenya so much. We want it to grow. We want it to be on the map. We don't want to be coming here for the wrong reasons. We want the abductions to stop, and William Ruto has got the capacity to stop the abductions. And we look forward to a country where we will be voting on issues and policies of the country. We don't look at a country where we'll be still voting on tribes. So otherwise, thank you guys in Kenya. Good night, papote pale muliko. And if you are in Mutembei TV and Mutembei Facebook and WhatsApp, and you're watching Africa and you have not subscribed, tafadhali Make sure that you keep us locked, subscribe to Afrique. Chukua tu time kidogo uende kwa YouTube channel yako, usubscribe Afrique. If you like what we are saying, if you like the vibe, if you like the people who are part of this conversation, join them. You don't have to step up here and talk, but it will be important that your voice is also heard, so that we can have sanity in our country. So make this step. Go and subscribe on Africa on YouTube. Follow us on Facebook and on X. Follow Africa also on X. We have got a lot of programs that we bring here. Things to do with land issues. If you're having land issues, we have got experts that come on this show. You can also email Zalendo uh, on AfricDQ 24 hours at gmail.com. If you've got any issue, I will connect you for free. These are services that are offered for free by experts who come on this channel. So we don't only talk about politics, but we give solutions to the things that happen to our country. Otherwise, thank you very, very, very much for guys who have been watching, guys who have been on the comment section. Asanteni sana. I can see all of you. I will not mention your names, but everybody, the 23 guys who are on the platform, please make a point of subscribing to Africa 24. This is your number one political channel. We are unbiased. We say it the way it is, and hopefully we will have sanity in our country. Alex, thank you so much for inviting me for the show this evening. I know maybe in the next few hours I will be having another show, possibly going live from Swahili Village in Maryland. Hope that we will connect then. Thank you guys and have a good evening.
Sawa sawa too. And also we will be having a lot of shows at night and during the day, so they will incorporate everyone na time yake. Kimanzi will return with another show.